PTPioneer.com, your #1 resource for getting started in the personal training industry as well as becoming successful once you're already there. Today I'm going to be talking about the personal training job description, or what I do on a day-to-day basis, so you guys can get an understanding of if it's the right job for you, and you can learn a little bit of things before you even get started in the industry to get a good feel of what a day-to-day is like. So some things I'm going to be talking about are starting off with new clients, so doing fitness assessments and initial measurements, and then go into program design, and then talk about how you progress through a routine, and then how to reassess goals at the end. Those are the basic things I'm going to be talking about, as well as I'm also going to be talking a little bit about things I do outside of the actual sessions themselves, which are like calling up clients and dealing with cancellations and stuff like that, which also takes up part of your time as well. So let's get started. So when you're just starting off with a new client, the first thing that you need to do is you're going to have to do some fitness assessments to assess their level of fitness and try to detect any sort of muscular imbalances. And you're also going to have to ask them about any previous injuries that they may have had that might impact the training that you do with them, so you could work around those and find alternatives to work around their injury or limited range of motion. Some of the primary assessments that I do are a cardiovascular assessment, a flexibility assessment, a postural assessment, and strength assessment. So the cardiovascular assessment, I usually do the 3-minute step test. That's in the NASM curriculum. They teach you how to do the 3-minute step test, and that is pretty much you have them step up and down on the box for 3 minutes. At a certain pace, you could either do like 20 steps or 30 steps per minute or something like that. And then afterwards, what you're going to do is you're going to test out their heart rate to see how fast it drops down to their resting heart rate. That's one of the many cardiovascular step assessments that I do. There's also the 1 mile test as well, but the 3-minute step test is my favorite one. Next, I'm going to do some strength assessments. So typically, I don't do free weights for strength assessments. I always do machines because they're safer on your joints. And for people that haven't lifted weights in a long time or ever, it's definitely a lot safer, especially for older people. So for the lower body strength assessment, I'll have them be on a incline leg press machine. So they're seated upright. And what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to start with a very light weight, have them do 15 repetitions, wait 2 minutes, and then keep on adding 10 pounds until they come to the point where they can't reach 15. It's a high enough number and light enough weight that they shouldn't get injured. It should be fine. And so that's a good way to tell their starting strength of their lower body. For their upper body, I'll usually do a seated chest press machine for their push. And same thing, I'll start light, have them do 15 reps, wait 2 minutes. Instead of adding 10 pounds, I add 5 pounds until they get to a point where they can't do 15. And for the pulling assessment, I'll have the same thing. So usually like a seated row machine with their chest up against a pad, and start off light, have them do 15, increase by 5 pounds until they can't do 15. So those three will give you a good understanding of their total body strength, upper and lower body, to give you a good starting point. In terms of program design, so once you have assessed their cardiovascular and strength and postural fitness, you'll be able to then assess what their goals are individually. And obviously there's a billion routines that you could do, and you will have studied one of the general personal training certifications at this point, but some of the biggest factors are exercise selection, rest between sets, number of repetitions, intensity, and any limitations that they may have, whether it be a range of motion limitation or something that they can't do at all, like if they have a complete knee replacement or something like that, they probably can't do legs for a long time, so obviously working around that as well. So after a few months of working through this routine that you get started for your individual client that has individual needs based off the fitness assessments you've done with them, the next part is progressing through the routine. So how to, regress some areas that are too difficult and progress through other ones that they have gotten a lot better and stronger at. Obviously, over time, you're going to see strength and postural improvements and flexibility improvements. So how can you push those bounds, because you don't want them to plateau? How can you push those bounds enough so that they can continue to make progress, but not so fast that you risk injuring them as well? After they've reached a short-term goal, whether it be a month or a 2-month or a year goal, we go back and reassess goals. So if they wanted to gain weight and they've reached the weight that they want to, and now they want to lose and they want to cut down and cut off body fat while trying to maintain muscle. So we're going to reassess goals, and that's going to take a whole new approach towards program design. Once again, I'll probably do fitness assessments once again at that point before we get started as well. And another thing I forgot to mention that you want to do once the first time you're working with clients is do like body fat measurements, take their weight, and take circumference measurements so that you can continue to track their progress as you're going along through this routine with them. So I usually do a quadricep, a calf circumference measurement, a hip, a waist, a chest, a shoulders, and an arms, and I'll do neck for some people. Obviously, if you have a female client and you're male, I usually have my other female personal training clients do the chest measurement. I'm a measurement for my female clients. Yeah, so that's pretty much how to get started with somebody, take initial measurements, progress them through a routine, reassess goals, and stuff like that. The biggest part of my time is probably writing down the actual workouts themselves, and doing the program design itself is probably the most amount of time I spend outside my training sessions. And besides that, I spend a good amount of time calling clients and scheduling appointments, filling out my schedule with my current clients, and also trying to do some outreach and some business things like handing out business cards, like doing free body fat measurements, trying to get new clients and stuff like that is also a good amount of time spent outside of my actual training sessions. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. That's personal training job description. That's what I do pretty much every day. It's a lot of fun, working in a gym is a great environment. Everybody's really upbeat. I can pretty much work for myself. I can set my own schedule, and I have potential to make a lot more money than I could at my desk job that I had before personal training. And it's a lot more fun, and I'm active. I'm not sitting at a desk at a computer, so my happiness level is definitely a lot higher. So please check out my website. I have a lot more information on personal training certifications, how to get started in the industry. I have a whole 5,000 word guide on how to become a personal trainer, as well as I talk about how to make more money as a personal trainer once you are one, how to do personal training sales skills that you should develop as a personal trainer as well as how to become more successful and just a better personal trainer overall. So give me a thumbs up, check out my website, don't forget, and I hope this was a helpful video for you guys. Thanks. For study guides and discount codes on some of the top personal training certifications, head to ptpioneer.com. The link will be in the description down below. I have a step-by-step guide on how to become a personal trainer, how to make a lot of money once you are a personal trainer, and much more essential information on getting started as a personal trainer for you guys to check out. Until next time, guys, happy training.